Thank you all for being here. The celebration of life for my dear friend, Jan Walsh. A little history I have with Jan. 7 years, April 1st, I got the keys to our original location 1 block down. And that day I went in and Jan showed up. I had never met him before, but he kind of followed me around town when I was playing with different groups, Barb Phelan and Gypsy Feet. And he came to offer his service in any way he could for free. Jan had the heart of a musician, even though he wasn't one. He was instrumental in us being able to continue to have music at the coffee house. Some of you have heard the story of how we became Church of the Singing Heart. That was Jan's idea. About 6 months in to having the original coffee shop, I had BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, and Sony, all 4 of them, send me emails, show up at the shop, send me threatening texts saying that if I didn't pay a music fee of a total of $4,000 a year, we couldn't have any music. So I shut down the music concerts for a couple weeks. Jan woke up one morning, did some research. He said, why don't we form a church that celebrates the healing power of music? And the cost per year to have music is $242. So thanks to Jan for allowing the music to sustain at the coffee house and to continue. He was a soul brother. We miss him, but I have something very positive that I want to share. I rarely remember having dreams, maybe one a year. Some people are prolific dreamers. I am not. But I had a dream this morning just before I woke up. I was sitting in the chair, as we do every morning, meeting with friends, and Jan walked in, along with Greg Renfro and Glenn Henderson, and everybody that's on that wall, plus my father, my mother, Renya's relatives too. And what he said is, we're back, and all of you are going to have a different existence. You're going to be able to live eternally on earth. You choose your age. You will never get sick, and you can leave when you want to. And we're back to stay. What a dream. That was really powerful. So again, thank you for being here and honoring him. I'm going to start off with music. If you have something you want to share in the way of music or stories about Jan or a poem, anything, please sign up. There's no time limit. This is endless today. So Tim and Joe's going to start off the music.
What a sweet spirit Jan was. Everybody that I know just loves him, loved him, loves him, still do. We still do. Okay, this song is by Milton. It's All Is Welcome. If you know any part of it, please sing along, because, you know, I like everybody singing parts that they know, if they know any of it or all of it. Broken hearts and broken wings, bring it all and everything. Bring the song you dare to sing, all is welcome here. And even if you broke your vow 1,000 times, come anyhow. We're stepping into the power of now, and all is welcome here. Father and the Son, reunited, here they come, dancing to the sacred drum. They know they're welcome here. See the shaman and the mighty priest, I see the beauty and the beast, singing I have been released, and I am welcome here. Stood alone at the gateless gate, too drunk on love to hesitate. To the winds I cast my faith, and the remembrance of my fear. I took a deep breath and I left, and I woke as if I'd never slept. Tears of gratitude I wept, I was welcome here. So bring your laughter and bring your tears, your busy lives, your careers. Bring the pain you carried for years, all is welcome here. Freedom's not so far away, there's only one price that we have to pay, and that's to live our dreams till they fade away. And to let them go. Live our dreams and to let them go. All is welcome here. Thank you. Well, I have a second here. I think we should have a moment of silence maybe and just recall some memories that we have of, you know, he left nothing but beautiful times. Beautiful work, all the work he did around the shops here and stuff. So let's have a moment and just ponder a second.
Let's raise a glass.
Let's raise a glass.
Jan,
Jan.
we love you.
This next song is appropriate for Jan. Take some time to dream. He had time to dream, and his dreams affect us all, and we're grateful for them.
This is a John Mellencamp song. I don't know how old it is, but take some time to dream. Take some time to dream. Take some time for yourself. Don't let your time slip away or be stolen by somebody else. Save your time for those you love. They will remember what you gave. Save some time for the songs you sing and the music that you make. Could it be this is all there is? Could it be there's something more after all? Take some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Take some time for sorrow, it will surely come your way. Prepare yourself for failure, it will give you strength someday. Take some time to love. This is all there is. Could it be there's something more after all? Take some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Could it be this is all there is? Could it be there's something more after all? Take some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Cast your eyes up to heaven. Oh, what does that mean to you? Try not to be too judgmental so that others will not judge you. Take some time to think before you speak your mind. Many will not understand, and to them you must be kind. Could it be this is all there is? Could it be there's something more after all? Save your time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Save us all. Won't you save us all? Take some time to dream.
Are any musicians here today going to play Jesus Was a Capricorn?
No.
No. Then I guess I got to do it. He was born in April.
I'm not a Capricorn.
All yours, sir.
Thank you. Ooh. That was one of Jan's favorite songs, he told me. And Joe actually was able to find a video of Chris Christopherson himself singing that song. So that was pretty cool at the church service the other week. So it goes, Jesus was a Capricorn. He ate organic foods. He believed in love and peace, and he never wore no shoes. Long hair, beard, and sandals, and a funky bunch of friends. Reckon they just nail him up if he come down again, 'cause everybody's got to have somebody to look down on, who they can feel better than at any time they please. Someone doing something dirty, decent folk can frown on. If you can't find nobody else, then help yourself to me. That's the first verse. I think it's sufficient for the message. It was timely. Thank you. Jan and I had some in common. I used to call him Rabbi after he started the church, and he would call me Monsignor. And we've discovered that we were of the same age to be motorheads from the 50s. So one day we had a bench racing session here at the Buzz. That was what the motorheads call it. And it turned out that our mutual love was for flathead Fords from way back. And the modification that was made for them was called the Arden Head. If anybody knows that, that was invented by a guy named Zora Arkus Duntov, who then went on to fame with his Z28 and the Corvettes and all the Z Chevys. So we had that model. We had that in common, and he told me this. I thought was a very funny story. One night he was cruising the streets of Indianapolis, and he came up to a traffic light, and there was an empty streetcar waiting for the light to change. And so he kind of signaled to the driver of the streetcar, let's go for it. And he had a hot car or whatever it was. And the light turned green, he punched it, and that streetcar went zoom down the street, blew his doors off, as they say. And of course it turns out that electric motors are rapid acceleration. They are very fast. And this was a rubber-tired streetcar. So, even he was willing to admit that he got blown away by a streetcar. Wow. Thank you. I love you people.
Richard McDonald. These are people we've never had on the microphone before. This is great.
I don't even know how to do it.
Rudy, you came back.
As you are in public speaking.
Well, Jan meant a lot to Rudy, and Rudy meant a lot to Jan, and they're from Alamogordo, and they were here last weekend and came back this weekend. So thank you guys for being here. The Three Rivers.
I probably didn't know Jan as well as a lot of you all did.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. You gotta use the mic. Don't be afraid.
Okay, I said I probably didn't know Jan as well as some of you did, but over the last several years, he became quite a good friend to me. And it's really weird. I get these guys that come into my life, and it's like I don't get a lot of years from them, but I sure get a lot from them. And it's really sad, when one of them goes away, and Jan was particularly one of those people that I miss dearly. I was in the coffee line, and Dale came up and told me that he had passed away, and I just had to get out of line for a while and go over and sit on the corner and weep, because yet another one of my dear friends is gone. And it's for me. It's not really. I'm sorry that he's gone, but I'm happy that he's not in his miserable body anymore, and he's feeling what he's feeling. And I'll tell you the story sometime of over Phyllis and I know that we're eternal, and I got to see it. It's like, I don't think very many people get this gift like I got when I was here in Silver City living at the Conway House. And I'd love to write it up and tell you all about it, so I will. But this is kind of the same thing. I want to sing you this song. It came through me in 1988, and I've been trying to get somebody to play it or sing it or take it up with them, or, you know, because I think it's a really great thing. And I didn't write it. It came through me. I was sitting in a Vipassana meditation retreat, and it came through me. The point is, I don't want to get away from Jan and my memory of Jan, but I thought, if you guys, if any of you feel like I did, kind of like you start to lose hope when so many people around die sometimes, and the state of the world and everything. And somehow there's this continuity that we will experience after we die. Can't imagine it now probably, but anyway, this song came through me, and it will tell you, you'll understand it when you hear it. And I'll try to not screw up my voice. It's called Universal Waves.
The mic is your friend.
It's hey baby.
He's not used to that.
It's called Universal Waves, and it came to me in 1988. And you're going to hear it for the first time in public. Well, they're sailing in a fishing boat, a tiny little island in the midst of lots and lots of water. Yes, they're sailing in a fishing boat, hands upon the wheel, steering straight, a course for home. And they're happy just to think of how much love life holds. Their overflowing catch, their families wait for them at home, looking forward to a reunion with their families, sailing back from sea to their tropic island home. And this one, he's got a partner now. Sparkling eyes, she sits upon the shore, plays her silver flute. Yes, she's such a lovely partner too. She dreams of all the times they've shared, thinks of all the love she feels. How she wishes she would see on the horizon billowed high-topped sails, saying he is coming home. But she sits instead composing lovely melodies she will play for him when he's back upon the shore. He's still sailing in a fishing boat, feels her love come calling him across universal waves. As he reels in the fishing lines, his arms are sore but work is done. He gets his wood guitar. Sitting still upon the bow, he sees the dolphins play their matchless ecstasy. And he thinks of her at home, and their minds connect across the waves of miles of sea. Feel their frequency, and together play this song. We're all sailing in our fishing boats, separate lives connected by the universal waves. Yes, we're sailing in our fishing boats, in these temporary bodies, feeling love and harmony. And we'd love to fly together to that place called home, a place we've always known, but have been gone from too long. So feet hold each other and we'll feel the frequency. Going home will be across the universal waves. I'm so glad I am your partner now, letting me send love to you through universal waves. And I'm glad you are my partner too. I feel the love you sent to me across universal waves. Looking forward to reunion with our families, all coming back to be in our universal home. Brothers, sisters, everyone, we've been in harmony, one big entity across the universal waves. Well, they're sailing in a fishing boat, a tiny little island in the midst of lots and lots of water. And that's for you because I didn't ever get to sing it to you.
Katherine and David. Don't be afraid of the microphone.
Never.
Just about ready for him.
Anyway, I spent some time now. I just really wanted to compose.
Closer to the mic.
Okay. Hey, compose a short poem for this event. And we've all had that. You know, you have something here. You don't really have the words. You know what you want to say. The words are not cutting it. So it didn't go anywhere. And then I was realizing a little while back, I wrote the poem for today a long time ago. I didn't realize it was going to be for today until a couple of days ago. Anyway, still closer?
Yeah.
All right, anyway, so, excuse me. Okay. So for all of the introduction, this is just simply put, some mornings, words in prayer somehow feel inadequate.
Now you can read from the book.
Okay, good. All right. Some mornings, words of prayer somehow feel inadequate. So I, in deep silence, simply feel. And just salam, a wonderful person, and just a wonderful person, and that is it. Thank you very much.
Like that.
You have light in you. You have love in you and wisdom. All of these shine out of you and bless those around you. That'd be us. I'm so lucky to have shared that light. Shine on, my friend.
Lynne?
What a testament. I know he sees this, right? And Julia is here in spirit. Yeah. This is Julia's book, All I Know. Hardly. She knows a lot. And you can tell when two people are in love. Anybody who's been in love can sense it or can just see it in people. And it was so evident with Jan and Julia. I'm going to read a little bit from her book because these are her words. Speaking about Jan. I remembered Jan as a nice guy and a good father. He worked as a motion picture operator manager and wasn't due at work until 11 a.m. So when he brought his son Kyle to my daycare mid-morning, he wasn't in a hurry to get to work like other parents were. He hung around and talked to me and the kids until he felt Kyle was comfortable enough for him to leave. When he called and asked if I wanted to go out for pizza, I suggested Mugwumps, an underground restaurant downtown on Massachusetts Avenue that featured acoustic music on weekends. I wanted to know more about Kyle's mother's death, that was Jan's ex, and what would happen next with Kyle. Romance was the furthest thing from my mind. When Jan came in his dusty, battered old van to pick me up, he was more handsome than I remembered. Tall and tan and dressed in jeans and cowboy boots. As Jan tells this story, I knew the moment I saw you through the screen door walking toward me that it was love at second sight. I don't remember it being quite that dramatic, but it didn't take me long to switch my interest in Kyle's future to being mesmerized by Jan. His voice is mellow and convincing enough that an ad agency had once pursued him for radio ads. But more important than the way his voice sounded was what he was saying and the way he was saying it. In my dating experience since my divorce, most guys had talked at me instead of to me. Our conversation that night was a free exchange of ideas about everything under the sun, but particularly about what we believed and what we had experienced in the years since we had last known each other. As Jan recounts it, I felt so comfortable with you. You didn't have an agenda, and you weren't trying to change me into someone I wasn't. I'd never been with a woman like you. Sometimes love happens when you are least looking for it. I had been single for almost 10 years, Jan for over 5. Marriage hadn't worked out for either of us, and neither of us was interested in trying again. We started the evening as friends catching up with each other, and were both surprised when it ended quite differently. And there's a picture of them in their young years, and it just typifies how beautiful these two souls both were and are. And this is a letter to Julia. Dear friend, I have this quote at the end of my hippie book. Your absence has gone through me like thread through a needle. Everything I do is stitched with its color. That's W.S. Merwin. It seems apropos for this season of your life. If there's a best or better way to go, it's to simply not wake up one day. I've thought about that and discussed it with many people as we are getting on in life. How do we want things to go? How much control can we have at the end? Probably not much. I like to say, when your number's up, it's up. Or we have an appointed time, but who knows if that is true. I have many meanderings into the hereafter or the next place, as do a lot of people, and know all of it is speculation. Even from those that have experiences that come back from the dead, speak quite convincingly of how it is or will be. However, that is only one account, one individual's understanding. What if every single person has their very own unique journey, just as everyone's life is distinctively their own? That actually makes more sense in the grand scheme of things. Julia, I believe you have been in preparation for this to happen over the past year, which is not to say you are ever ready for it. No. You may get little inklings and possibly a premonition in your psyche or heart where intuition speaks, like when you made sure someone was checking on Jan when you couldn't. And as much as we know it's coming, there's still such a profound absence in how to come to grips with this earthly separation. the finality of it. More and more, this is the way our lives are proceeding, with loss and grief and adjusting to a new paradigm, a single life, as it were. When you made the decision to relocate to Silver City, you left another life behind. Albeit the safety net of your farm was a comfort, and still is. I have that same pull toward the Midwest, where much of my family is. However, there is so much to recommend this present locale, that this remains home for the time being. One cannot predict what will transpire in the next years. As we age and lose more of our tribe, so for the time being, the time left, we put one foot in front of the other, savoring the has-been, settling into here, and loving all of the rest of our now days.
Pamela?
Those of you that know me pretty well know how loosely wrapped I am emotionally. And I don't have a poem for Jan. I feel like I could have at least done that. But from my heart, Jan and I shared some Indiana history, although we were not there at exactly the same time. I know that car culture there all too well, and spent a number of years in Indianapolis, and I share that sweet history with Julia too. And yet I am so immersed in the sweetness of this place and what everybody brings to it. And I wrote in the book for Julia, Jan was just the epitome of that sweetness. And I think whenever we have a loss in our tribe like this, the rest of us have to step up and be especially present and kind and pay attention to each other and bring people into this circle as much as we can. And God, I love your dream, Dale. And Stuart is so much with me in the last couple of days.
He was in that dream. He came in with everybody else.
So I'm sitting on a chair that was Stuart's. And I wrote in the book too, Stuart's waving you home with everybody else. So it's up to you all. We got to show up for each other. Thank you.
I know musicians should never apologize, but I only got about 2 hours sleep last night, but it's a lot of stuff going on, you know? It's like, the holidays are so intense. And I was thinking one of my mentors passed, this is like 1981, 82, and he had colon cancer. We knew it was coming, and I sat down with him. And, you know, I said, it must be really sad to be passing right at Christmas. And he said, no, this is the best time for me to go because everybody is pretending they love each other. And that's how that's how I want to remember the world. I didn't know it would get a laugh, but anyway, kind of like an Irish wake or a Louisiana funeral, you know, I'm gonna do a couple of tunes, a couple of originals and a cover. We'll start out with a little sad, but you know, there's always some light in it, and then we'll lighten up and go on to the next person. I didn't have too much contact with Jan. You know, I'm one of the newcomers in town. I've only been here 2 years. But, you know, he and I had a couple of little conversations, and, you know, we could just feel you know, the similarity. And, you know, we're all human. And the song is one that I wrote down. I mean, I'm the only one who plays it, so I guess you could say I wrote it. I can't take full credit because, like any singer-songwriter, we just put our antenna up and write down what comes through. And this is kind of what he's going through, I think, and what we're all going through. And there's the darkness, but then when the clouds open up like they did this morning, we go into the major key. We go from the minor to the major. Anyway, this is the wisdom of the unseen way. The bird in the sky leaves no track. The fish no trail where it goes. And I ask my heart if it knows today the wisdom of the unseen way. The flowers of the seasons pass. The storm in the sky leaves no trace. And I pray that my heart find the face today of the wisdom of the unseen way. Where there are roads, I lose my path, lose my feet in the worn grooves of another. But where there is no one yet been, my heart waits to discover how I love you. Oh, 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 bird in the sky leaves no track. The fish no trail where it goes. And I ask my heart if it knows today the wisdom of the unseen way. The flowers of the seasons pass. The storm in the sky leaves no trace. And I pray that my heart find the face today of the wisdom of the unseen way. I'll personalize this last verse a little bit. The trail is held to the earth below, but the clouds are free to fly. Our heart spins thread from cotton clouds and lifts Jan up into the sky. Oh, how we love you. Oh, 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 the sky leaves no track. The fish no trail where it goes. And I ask my heart if it knows today wisdom of the unseen way, the flowers of the seasons pass, the storm in the sky leaves no trace, and I pray that our hearts find the face today of the wisdom of the unseen way. Yes, I pray that our hearts find the face today of the wisdom of the unseen way. Breathe through the pain. In the rain, I will be born again. Dive into the blue. Sky, water, earth, fire too. We all dance into the fire. Feel it around you, let it burn my winter wood. Let it surround you. We are going higher than we ever knew we could. Pieces of stars trapped in bodies, strapped in cars, driving out of town. Body burns, the soul turns back around when we dance into the fire. Feel it around you, let it burn my winter wood. Let it surround you. We are glowing brighter than we ever knew we could. In the rain, we will be born again. Dive into the blue. Sky, water, earth, fire too. We are all pieces of stars. Trapped in bodies, strapped in cars, driving out of town. Body burns, the soul turns back around when we dance into the fire. Feel it around you, let it burn my winter wood. Let it surround you. We are glowing brighter than we ever knew we could.
First of all, a hello to Julia, who I know would have loved to have been here but couldn't be. I knew Jan for a number of years, but I don't think we had a lot of conversations. But we had a lot of what I'd call shoulder-to-shoulder communication, and a lot of just I see you kind of moments. A lot of nodding at each other when we liked the music that was happening. A lot of yeses, I would say. And I particularly remember his introductions to performers, including me, and they were always witty and respectful and insightful. So I asked Dale, should I do original songs cover? He said, Dan liked your originals, so do some originals. So this one's called This Life. Sorry. When I come to the end, I think I'll be alright. And before I round that bend, I'll look back at this life. I won't be thinking of my worries, I've worried enough. I'll be thinking about faces, special places, that kind of stuff. This life. This life. Sometimes I've seen this world with eyes open wide. Sometimes I've seen this world with eyes open wide. This life. This life. Come sit at my table, raise a glass with me. Come sit at my table, raise a glass with me. Ooh, this life. Ooh, this life. When I come to the end, heading toward the light, before I round that bend, I'll look back at this life. Ooh, this life. here. This is a song, sing-along, and I know that Jan himself sang along to this. Sorry. About 3 weeks ago or so, right here. And I'll teach you the part first. Some of you might. And dreams are waiting for me every day and night. And dreams are waiting for me every day and night. So here you go, Jan. I close my eyes, my head on the pillow. Day falls behind, surely tonight. Drifting away, drifting away. Out past the gate, where dreams await, and night birds fly, and dreams are waiting for me every day and night. All through my life, I'm waking and dreaming, drifting away and always returning. Every day I breathe in the blue sky. In the dream I have most, I know how to fly. I know how to fly. And dreams are waiting for me every day and night. Before I was born, I swear I dreamed, and every day I'm remembering. All through my life I'm waking and dreaming, drifting away and always returning. I know how to fly, and dreams are waiting for me every day and night. Now just you. Dreams are waiting for me every day and night. Keep going if you would. I'm going to do something different. And dreams On the other side of day, on the other side of night, where dreams begin and end, where the darkness meets the light. I know how to fly. I know how to fly. Fly on, Jan.
Thank y'all so much for coming out and supporting. Thea and I, she writes some wonderful songs. These are not going to be the originals that she writes. So thank you very much for allowing me to come up with her.
It's my pleasure, totally. Obviously, this isn't about us today, but I only had the pleasure of meeting Jan twice, and very briefly when he was introducing the artists on Sunday. So what I want to say is, thank you, Jan, because this is my church now.
I always liked it when he said, if our music gets in
The way of
in the way of your conversation, there's lots of space outside. Thank y'all so much.
So when I asked what songs wanted to be shared today, this is an Eliza Gilkinson song. I like to do. There's a long and winding river from the darkness to the dawn. It will carry and deliver you when you walk on. No one here can say for certain what lies in the great beyond. You'll pass through that parted curtain when you walk on. You may grasp at the illusion, the confusion of your mind. Oh, but soon you will remember to surrender one more time. You may fade half through the doorway, fly away above the throng. Those who stay carry a story, a little glory lingers on. Though the world you leave behind you will become a distant song. Those who stay will love you when you walk on. When you walk on. When you walk on. And then I have one more song, and I don't know if Jan liked country music or not, but this is a country song.
Oh, good.
just take just a second for retune her guitar. There's a lot of stories, and I'm sure. I think the military story was good. Always, I'm sure you heard it. And I would like to thank all of the people out here that served and came in out of the cold. We appreciate you.
I'm so glad Danny gave me this tuner. It makes my life so much easier.
Holly Dunn. I'm sure people have heard of Holly Dunn. On Wings of Angels.
Sometimes the load gets heavy and the road is too rough to ride. The cold wind moans and rattles my bones, and there's not a shelter inside. Just as my hands start to tremble and I feel like I'm lost on my own, I remember the words as a child I once heard. We never travel alone on the wings of an angel. We lightly touch down just for a moment, then heavenly bound, where the sweet Father welcomes us home, and the wings of an become our own. This world's not my home forever. It's only a stop on the way. Before very long, I'll hear the sweet song. An angel will take me away. I won't be sad when I leave here, though I'm leaving my family and friends. Though we'll be apart, I know in my heart we'll soon be together again on the wings of an angel. We lightly touch down here for a moment, then heavenly bound, where the sweet Father welcomes us home, and the wings of an angel become our own, and the wings of an angel Thank you, Jan.
First off, I want to thank Jan. When I came to this town, I wanted to find some place that I could bond with. And Jan is the progenitor of the Church of the Singing Heart. And my last name is Heartsong. So there's a connection. I want you to, this is to Jan. You have moved on, and you may not be Jan anymore. We all appreciate the time you spent with us as Jan. Thank you for being the progenitor of the Church of the Singing Heart. Thank you for your loving kindness. Thank you for being you. It has been my honor to have known you, and for many conversations about love, life, and automobiles. May your existence forward lead you to love and wonder, and I hope that I may meet you as whomever you may become. May blessings continue to surround you in your journeys. Keep singing in your heart. We send you off into the wind of love. Thank you.
I need wine.
Okay, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Is there wine out there? Nice big.
Yes. No.
Be all right.
That would suffice.
Well, we were wondering what to do this morning. And I usually do knocking on heaven's door.
Your vest on, that's interesting.
Why do you want me to take it?
It's not that kind of show, guys.
So anyway, I was thinking of doing knocking on heaven's door like I usually do when we lose one of our group. But Sue said, no, don't do that. No, we got to do something else.
Feeling something different. So.
Yeah, feeling something. So she came up with one.
Oh, we're going to do this first? Sue
Yeah.
should warm up.
You need more wine?
I haven't had any yet. Okay, so the reason that this song for me is Jan is because if there's anybody that I have ever met with a compassionate heart, he was the one. And so as we travel through, we've been working on this song because we're coming into an election season, and there's a lot of sadness and things happening. And so this song for me was always emotional. It's one of the most emotional things that I ever do. I don't do it often, do it once in a while. But I know that he was in this boat with us, feeling this song. So it's from this Billy Jack in the 70s. I always loved it. Covenant.
Let me tell a little story here.
Okay.
Before we start, give you a chance to unwind there. When I first, I was told about the Tranquilbuzz and music was going on, so I came down to see Jeff Ray. And this has been years ago over in the other place. And I was thinking, wow, this is a really nice place. It'd be a fun place to play. So I asked Dale about it. How do you get in to play? And he said, well, you're going to have to audition. He did back then because I guess he could run in.
I had a couple bad experiences. Yeah.
He ran into some bad stuff. So, yeah, I never got around to auditioning. I mean, a few weeks went by. And one day I'm hanging out in there ready to see the people play. And Jan comes up and he says, hey, you got a guitar? The guy didn't show up. And so I went home, got my guitar, and been playing here ever since.
And we haven't let Haven't you played since then?
Yeah, that's true.
And he even played that when he came home, and he goes, wow, I played, it was fun, I had the best time. And I said, did you play like that? And he said, yes. And I said, well, your shirt's on inside out.
That's a true story.
That's
a true story.
That's why I asked you, because I figured somebody has enough nerve to walk around like that. It's probably pretty good.
Anyway, on this song, if you guys want to join me, please do, because this is a very, very emotional song for me, and I rarely get through. So, please help me. Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago about a kingdom on a mountain and a valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath a stone, and the valley people swore they'd have it for their very own. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, you can go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. But there won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, and on the bloody morning after, one tin soldier rides away. So the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for the buried treasure, tons of gold for which they'd kill. Came an answer from the mountain, with our brothers we will share all the secrets of the mountain, all the riches buried there. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, you can go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. But there won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, and on the bloody morning after, one tin soldier rides away. Now the valley cried with anger, mount your horses, draw your swords, and they killed the mountain people, so they won their just reward. Now they stood beside the treasure on the mountain, dark and red, turned the stone and looked beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, you can go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. But there won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, and on the bloody morning after, one tin soldier rides away.
This next song is a tune that I wrote called In Search of a Wise Man. Thought it was appropriate.
He loved this one.
Oh, I know.
He really loved it.
You know, we're all kind of on a journey. This is about a young man's journey to find the wise man who lived out there somewhere. God knows where they're at. We're looking. We're looking. We just can't find them.
Dusty desert looking for a man that I've been known. One who can answer all my questions. One who can ease my aching soul. A man who's filled with God's own wisdom. A man who sings a different song. A man who understands the reason why this world won't last for long. But till I find what I'm looking for, I gotta walk on. I gotta walk all day, I gotta walk all night. I gotta feel my way, I gotta find my sight. Oh yeah. I've been the highest mountain. I've been across the widest sea. I searched on through the thickest forest. I've been across the greenest prairie. And I'm gonna search until I find it. If it takes my whole lifetime, 'cause without it I got nothing. He turns my water into wine. But till I find what I'm looking for, I gotta walk on. I gotta walk all day, I gotta walk all night. I gotta feel my way, I gotta find my sight. Oh yeah. Dusty desert, looking for a man that I've been told. One who can answer all my questions. One who can ease my aching soul. And I'm gonna search until I find him. It takes my whole lifetime, 'cause without it I got nothing. He turns my water into wine. Until I find what I'm looking for, I gotta walk on. I gotta walk all day, gotta walk all night. I gotta feel my way, I gotta find my sight. Oh yeah. I gotta walk all
you, Jan. I'll always remember you sitting right there.
Journey on, Jan.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael Nightwolf. So before I get to, I originally wasn't planning on doing any type of singing today, probably not even poetry. I did not realize that Jan had passed away. I've been kind of MIA for about a week. So when I came in today, I was informed, and I'll be as positive as I can because we want to keep good energy, but I believe it was a soul connection. I'm Native American, mainly Hopi, part Aztec Mexican, and we believe as natives, soul connections are timeless. We're not the only people that believe that, but Hopi specifically, we know that this is not permanent when someone departs. This is just a temporary plane, but the painful part of it, specifically with me and Jan, is Jan met me last year, right before Halloween. I met Dale and Jan and Renya, and it was a very devastating time, long story made short, and why that is significant to this is Jan kind of became like a family member, even though at that time I was a complete stranger. And I don't have a grandfather anymore, and long story made short, this was soul-based, but he felt native to me, and he said the same, and we were very close. And this table right here that my friend Carrie is sitting at, hi Carrie, sorry I didn't call you out publicly, but we were sitting there during our last conversation about 2 weeks ago, and it was one of the most beautiful conversations I ever had with Jan. And we hadn't gotten to catch up in a moment. I just wish I had said a little bit more. I didn't know that the time was short. But he was a beautiful human being that I knew him, it's a little over a year now, and it felt like we had known each other, which I'm sure we did in another lifetime. And he was just so warm and accepting, in my opinion, of everybody, regardless of your differences, how different you are to society, or whatever. He looked past all that. He didn't care. He saw that we were all individual souls. And I just wanted to come up here and honor him because he was like a soul grandfather. And I'll love him to the day I pass on, as we call to the next cave. As Native Americans, we pass on to the next life. Another plane of existence is a cave. And I do believe that Father Sky took him back. So anyways, I don't want to get too emotional here, so I'll get to, I guess what I'm going to do in honor of him. I wasn't planning on singing today, so I'm not warmed up.
None of us are.
This is probably going to be pretty bad, but I didn't practice this at all, and it's going to be totally a cappella, so don't judge too harshly, please. This is a song that, taking out the romantic side of it, obviously me and Jan were not romantic, so please take out some of the lyrics that are romance-based. This is soul-based, platonic-based, okay? It's Lindsay Lohan's Very Last Moment in Time, which came out when I was 18 years old in 2004, and now I'm 37. Here goes nothing. This is a dedication to you, Jan. I know you can hear me. Hopefully you won't kick me if I get out of line.
It's just if there's lightning, I have no control.
I probably deserve it, and he would tell you that. All right, here we go. And time stops for no one. It moves on unaware. It's easy not to notice. It's easy not to care. Conversation circles. There's money changing hands. I've been standing in the middle. I've been caught up in despair. Out of this confusion, the static and the noise, you got my attention. You make me wanna live like it's the last moonrise and scream just like no one's there. Lose all of my defenses. Hold you, touch you, love you like it's the very last moment in time. And it seems like I woke up beneath a different sky, And I'm drunk, I'm worn, I'm seeing through these open eyes all the little ways you move me, all the places you expose, the illusions I've held on to. You got me letting go. I just wanna stay here, soaking up the rain, falling all around me, wash the world away. Live like it's the last moonrise and scream just like no one's there. Lose all of my defenses, hold you, touch you, love you like it's the very last moment in time. Let me taste the breath you breathe, open up the space between us. Live like it's the last moonrise and scream just like no one's there. Lose all of my defenses, hold you, touch you, love you like it's the very last moment, and live like it's the last moonrise and scream just like no one's there. Lose all of my defenses, hold you, touch you, love you like it's the very last moment in time. Thank you. And truly, if I'm able to humbly say this, all those tears and clapping is in dedication to our good friend Jan. I was 100% for him. Love you, Jan.
Hello, it's really wonderful to have all of you with your tributes because he was a fine person. I've been in the West Coast for 15 years and I've been here for 5. And when first moving here, I met Dale and Jan through a Thanksgiving party, and that was with trusted friends.
I remember that.
He seemed a friend to me whenever I came to the Buzz. I thank Jan for recently responding lovingly to my posts in the last several months. When first learning of Jan's death, I saw it was the same day of Rumi's death. On the 17th of December, 1273, Jalaluddin Rumi left for his heavenly abode after leaving these messages for us. Our death is our wedding with eternity. Quote, I'm not leaving, I'm arriving at eternal love. When you leave me in the grave, don't say goodbye. Remember, a grave is only a curtain for the paradise behind. Jalal Rumidi, Ruby. Thank you.
MoonShine. I have to let go a little secret that Jan told me. He was so in love with both of you guys. He had been a younger man. I hope he didn't strike me down for that one.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Jan, for that love. We feel so much love for you too, and this place is like home to us. You know, Dale and Renya and Jan just are like family members and have always treated us like family. So thank you for that great, sweet love, Jan, and for your nurturing heart. So gentle.
Yeah, we've never played on this stage without first being introduced by Jan. Starting at the old location. Gosh, so strange to. So we're gonna play 2 songs. Gotta get plugged in here.
One of those songs is a song called Carolina Pines by Kate Wolf. And every single time we played at the Buzz, Jan would ask us to sing this song. So this will always be Jan's song.
Just an old house with the roof falling in, standing at the edge of the field, watching the crops grow as it's always done before. Nobody lives here anymore. Sun's going down in the Carolina Pines. I'm a long way from home. I miss that love of mine. Broken windows, empty doors, nobody lives here anymore. Old memories come whistling like the wind through the walls and the cracked window panes, and the grass is growing high around the cabin door. Nobody lives here anymore. Sun's going down in the Carolina Pines, a long way from home. I miss that love of mine. Broken windows, empty doors, nobody lives here anymore. Once there were children and a few hired hands, a hard-working woman and a bone-tired man. Now that old sun steals across a dusty floor. Nobody lives here anymore. Sun's going down in the Carolina Pines, a long way from home. I miss that love of mine. Broken windows, empty doors, nobody lives here anymore. Sun's going down in the Carolina Pines, a long way from home. I miss that love of mine. Broken windows, empty doors, nobody lives here anymore. Nobody lives here anymore. I'll always be singing that in memory of Jan. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light.
piece of it all. I am light.
Thank you, Jan.
So honored to be part of this family. Thank you.
To our friend Jan Walsh. It's every man who needs protection. It's every man who must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. See my light come shining from the west onto the east. Any day now, I shall be released. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he's been framed. I see my light come shining from the west onto the east. Any day now, I shall be released. This everything can be replaced. This every distance is not near. Yet I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west onto the east. Any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, I shall be released. say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. Yet I swear I see his reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see his light come shining from the east onto the west. Any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, he shall be any day now, he shall be released. Thank you. For Jan.
I'm going to thank all of you. I know Jan's wherever he's at, he's smiling. As I mentioned, he had the heart of a musician, even though he wasn't one. So I know he would have loved this. So we're going to finish up. Renya wrote a poem, and then we're going to close with Kester and Sue sitting in with me to do Gratitude, which means more to me now than it ever did since I wrote it.
So this is a love letter to Jan, and I've asked Kester to play the human heartbeat on drum. And as she does that, and as I read, the vision I have is that the heartbeat here inside each one of us that makes the heartbeat of the buzz is reaching through the beyond. As the beyond is here and we are beyond all at the same time. So the heartbeat here reaches across the great beyond. And as we all know, we are all one in the hologram of life, death, and rebirth. So here we go. Jan, beloved Jan, been feeling your beautiful spirit across the horizon. Surely you know how much your presence will be missed here. The Buzz community is family. And as we all know, family members come and family members go for holidays, vacations, and the like. Then again, we're all visitors with a one-way ticket passing through. The heart of the Buzz will integrate as it always does and continue on, because the truth of essence always, always, always remains. No one really knows the inner workings of the afterlife. But if you can, Jan, if you can, let us know if there is a possibility for a Tranquilbuzz franchise at your elevation. Several Buzz family members have crossed over through the years, and we're imagining that you just might be the one to bring Church of the Singing Heart, open mics, heavenly coffee, celestial quiche, and of course, divine pumpkin pie to the starry clans. We believe. Oh yeah. We believe in winged heart vision. Winged heart vision. Let me see your wings, folks. And you're with us as we're with you. So here from all of us is a forever kiss. Ready? From the Buzz family heritage to the balcony in the sky.
As I said, I wrote this several years ago as a thank you to this community for allowing Tranquilbuzz to be. This has been a 35-year dream of mine. I had the dream long before I moved here, and it was only because of Silver City and this community that I could do this. But this time I play this goes out to Jan. Thank you for helping with his buzz, to allow music to be played, and more than anything, thank you for being my friend. thank you again, everybody, for coming today and honoring Jan. Tomorrow we have Mark Yoxley, and I know he's going to be doing some Christmas music. So thank you. Have a wonderful evening. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. Love you, Dale. Love you guys. Thank you.